What's going on, guys? My name is Aaron and welcome back to a brand new video, and I'm going to be showing you the four of the best Nico Minoru decks that you need to be using in Marvel Snap. I thought I'd show you as many as I can, and I'm going to talk about one that I've not discussed yet. That'll probably make a video on with actual gameplay. But guys, if you are new to the channel, please click that subscribe button, please leave a like, leave a comment. Without further ado, let's get into some deck breakdowns. So the one that you can see on your screen right now is a Nico Destroy deck, but it's also mixed with a move deck thanks to Human Torch and like Ghost Spider, Multiple Man, Phoenix Force. I believe that is it. And we have Hulkbuster as well. So the way you're going to be playing this deck is you want to be like potentially Forge into Human Torch, or if you can Nico into like Human Torch, or Multiple Man, probably Human Torch though. If you can Nico into Human Torch, and then you can get the card destroyed and bring it back with Phoenix Force, or Shuri then Phoenix Force, and then you can just like Taskmaster final round. You could build up a lot of power between like Nico and Human Torch, along with Forge and Human Torch, along with Forge, Nico to Multiple Man, or even to Venom, along with like Hulkbuster, and then with whatever you can get. Again, you can Shuri into Phoenix Force, or you can Shuri into Venom after he's like destroyed like the Shuri lane if you build it up there, and then you can Taskmaster again to get power. You also have the line of Shuri. If nothing's really working well and you've got like a little bit of power with like your early move cards, you then just have the line of Shuri into Nimrod into final round, doing potentially a one cost either Nico, Human Torch, Ghost Spider, or Forge into Carnage and Venom on the Nimrod lanes, just so you can regain so much power everywhere. But yeah, this is a really fun deck to use. I saw like a lot of people be using it, and yeah, I definitely recommend this deck. So let's get on to deck number 2. So deck number 2 of the Nico decks is this Thanos deck, and this deck is probably one of my favorite decks, and I made a video on it that you should be able to see on the channel. I think the thumbnail is Nico and Professor X, and the way that you want this deck to work is you want to be locking down a lane with Professor X early. That is the line. You want to be getting Time Stone or Psylocke in turn 3 into Professor X, and then you want to be building up your other lanes. With this, you also have Elsa. There is a patch out, so she's a little bit, she only gives 2 instead of 3, but it's still worthwhile because you could be filling up your lanes with like Nico, Elsa, any of the stones, and then you're whacking Jeff in there. Jeff can then can get into Professor X lane. It can move around wherever you want. You then have the ability to play like Nico and then use Nico's spells into any of the stones, which works really well. So you can turn a stone from being like a 1/1 into a 1/6. You can destroy it and draw more cards, which is really valuable. You can play a stone, draw a card, destroy it with Nico and get that. So you get like 3 cards that round, giving it +2 power. So if you went to like Soul Stone or Power Stones, really makes it worthwhile. But then on turn 5, you've got Devil Dinosaur, Blue Marvel, and Vision to play. If you don't actually pull Professor X early, you could play any of those 3 on turn 4. But if you do get Professor X early, then those cards are solid turn 5 cards to be locking down the lane. Like if you know it's got a Shang-Chi and you're playing Conquest, then just whack Vision down if you have them. And then we have our we also have Shang-Chi just to get rid of and counter like any mirror matches where people aren't going to be running Shang-Chi. Or there's a lot of people running like Shuri decks and discard decks, drawing like really high powered cards, so it's good to have Shang-Chi running this deck. You then have Leader, Alioth, and Thanos as our 6 costs. Leader is just always a solid card to play, just because I feel like he's getting less play, and he's always good to get down. Like if you know you're going to win by playing Leader, you've got one lane locked down. The other one's like neutral, whatever. You can just whack Leader down if you know they're just going to play high cost and not put multiple cards down. Leader is your card. Alioth, again, if you've got Prio and you've already locked down a lane and you're winning that lane, or if you're not, but the free power from Alioth can win you the lane, then just play Alioth. And finally, we've got Thanos, and Thanos with his 10 power is good anyway, because it outbeats Chavez if you have it in your hand. But if you get all the stones down, then this being 20 power is just incredible. This is probably my favourite deck to play at the moment because it's just such a good line, and you know if you're not getting Professor X and things aren't going well, then you just don't have to stick with it. It's got a very specific line that you're going to play which will win you the game. So let's move on to deck number 3. Deck number 3 of the Nico decks is just a full-on destroy deck. So with Nico, imagine you can play it and you just play another 1 cost. So it's like X23 or Deadpool. You turn it into a 6 cost. You could either play it and then increase your card by 2 power. That could be Deadpool, and then it can get destroyed, and then you're rapidly increasing this Deadpool if you can get it early. The same with Wolverine. You can give it 2 power, it destroys, and then it's up to 6 power. And yeah, you have Killmonger for getting rid of any of these 1 drops, 1 costs, which will massively reduce you getting a very cheap death. Knull for all the destroys that you're doing. Arnhem ZOLA in case you get like a big Venom that you can then just whack that into the lanes, or if you manage to, depending on the location, be able to get an early Knull in that's already building up, and then you just use ZOLA on the Knull, and then you got 2 Knulls with massive power in multiple lanes. Let me know, should I keep this Knull, the original Spotlight, or should I change to Kim Jong-sinto? I think I might change, to be honest. I feel like this is the GOAT. And yeah, we've got Taskmaster just in case we don't have ZOLA. The card we play for is getting some big power, like a big size Venom. Then we could play like Taskmaster, and then anything else really, but you'll probably get an early death. And Nico spells just work really well in this deck. After you play your next card, destroy it. So that is just an easy destroy that you're gonna get if you can time that right. Like, you can't complain about that. Being able to purposely destroy your card, the next card you're gonna play, while playing a destroy deck is so good. This one in particular could help you get into lanes that you can't. And then this one is just such a good counter for anyone that's running Magic as well. So I think she works really well in this deck. And you can either just play this, double up the power, and you're still just building a lane for what you're going to destroy with Thanos, to destroy with Venom. So yeah, this deck is a really good one. This is the Nico destroyed Taskmaster deck. We've got Punisher just because it's a bit of a goat. Finally, we're moving on to a deck that's coming from Lambi, and it is pretty much a bounce deck, along with Loki. So with this deck, you're just returning cards to your hand. You've got Collector. Loki's actually a 4/5 now, so it's a little bit more difficult, like, to get him down early. However, if you can, then you'd get him down and you just build up the power of Loki. You've got Elsa for filling up the lanes. Like, if you can imagine you get a lane and you play Jeff into it, and then you just play Kitty Pryde into it, increasing that by 2 power each time. Angela's actually dropped a little bit, so this deck might start to play a little bit less now with the power it's got. But Nico's abilities work phenomenally for this deck. This deck is already good as it is, but with the recent patches to Angela and Loki and Elsa, the collector's gone back to 2/2, but it's gone back up in power because its cards that are linked to it to bring its power have actually been reduced. So yeah, this could still be a very solid deck, and this is working incredibly for Lambi. But yeah, if you can, you'd get Loki down, you'd be building up the collector while also just putting in Kitty Pryde, as I said, if you can fill up this lane with Elsa. Scarlet Witch is in this deck instead of Snow Guard. If you have Snow Guard, then you can play that. But yeah, I have Scarlet Witch just for that tech play of being able to change a location and get rid of any of your opponent's magics. But yeah, guys, that's been my review of showing you 4 solid decks that can help you get to Infinite, or if you're already Infinite in Conquest mode, or post-Infinite for Ladder. These Nico decks are tearing it up. So guys, if you are new to the channel, please click that subscribe button, please leave a like, leave a comment, and as I said, please subscribe, try to get 700 subs. If you are new around there, leave a comment down below, let's get chatting. But yeah guys, I've been Aaron, you guys have been awesome, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.